Okay, we have Mr. Swelly himself,
Yes,
Dante
sir.
Branch. So, first I just want you to, before we get into the questions, just tell me about yourself and like your clothing line.
I'm the Dante Branch. I'm from Pleasant Grove, Dallas, Texas. I always got to throw the Grove in there. I'm just another guy that started the clothing brand. And like we said before we started, I always try to execute. So that's about it right now.
So I see in your Instagram bio say you're the CEO, like you started Swelly, right?
Right.
So I just kind of, I want to get like kind of deeper in for those who trying to start their own clothing brand. Like, did you start by yourself? Did you always have a team with you?
Now, when it first started, it's funny. It wasn't like I had an idea that I wanted to sell hats. I just started out small and do hats, and it wasn't even Swelly. It was like DB was my initials. If you got a DB hat, you know what I'm talking about. So like them are real core fans. But so now it started. It really started out with just two of us. It was myself doing the clothes. I had a photographer, CJ, and it was just us two. And then it just started growing. I had right now I think it's four. I want to miss. I think it's like three of my frat brothers included. So it's four alphas in it. So it was just people that I knew that can work. I work well with. And then I got someone that runs social media, Viviana. She's amazing. And I mean, she went to college with me, but we wasn't even friends in college. It was just one of them things. I just saw in her bio one day she did something. I was like, do you want to come on the team? Have you heard about the brand? She was cool with it, and that made it easy. And then I got graphics, the people that do graphics. It's just a team. It was so organic that I didn't plan on adding new people. It just happened.
So you said it was more organic, like you didn't necessarily force anything. You started with the DB hats, and like Swelly just came.
Yeah, so Swelly in college, that was my nickname.
Okay.
They called me Swelly, and it was a play on like a cocky person. Back then, they deemed cocky as bad. So I was like, let me come up with another word and still be cocky. So
Right.
so that's what it means to have confidence in everything you do. So I said that was my nickname. And then I was like, I can turn up on these hats and just make a whole clothing line out of it. So that's how Swelly came about.
Oh, cool. So it's just like, man, let's just use a boat.
So the whole brand, my whole story, everything's just been organic. I didn't try to force nothing. Everything just come to me. That's why I just follow. That's how I feel like it's my purpose and I'm doing the right thing because I'm not trying too hard to do anything.
I feel like that's important to add too, because a lot of people like try to plan too hard.
Yeah.
And like they don't just let the world or the universe work as it's supposed to. So it's kind of like yours is like the opposite.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly what I
the
do.
universe is kind of started. Now you kind of get into more like the planning and like the CEO type of stuff, right?
That's
Okay.
exactly how it happened.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like, what is like? So you said it's like Swelly's kind of like a word for like cocky, swell, like one of those types.
Yeah.
Of people. So what's like the whole purpose, inspiration around like just the.
Okay, so
You know what I
in this generation of people, I don't think nobody's promoting positivity. First of all, everything that go viral be negative. Like you can't find. So mine is just have confidence in yourself. Like no matter what you doing, when you wake up, say you wake up tomorrow, you be like, I'm the most handsome person alive. That's how I wake up some days. I was like, when I step out of here, I'm the most handsome person on this side of the Mississippi River. I don't know. I just make some, or when I get a haircut and nobody messing with me now. Sometimes I have really confident. Then sometimes if you playing 2K, can't nobody mess with me on 2K. It's just Swelly's not like I gotta be amazing all the time. It's just when I do something, I'm amazing at the small things in life. So that makes you a better person as a whole. So that's my interpretation on it. And I had other people tell me it means something different to them. That's what I like about it. So
C Banks, welcome on the show. So before we even start the interview session, I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself and your craft, like what it is that you do, so that people know.
So I make music. I rap. I like to sing a little bit. Auto-tune. Everybody sing nowadays. So, but I do that. I like to do a little bit of short films, acting. I really try to make my music come to life because I want it to be more so like a vibe as opposed to just somebody listening to music and then go about their day.
I'm just kind of curious, why did you want to start rapping? Like, what made you hop into like rap? What was your inspiration around that?
So me and my homeboys, we would always rap like in high school. Going up middle school, like we would make little mixtapes on like actual CDs, and we would walk around the school campus, trying to sell them to everybody. And I remember we dropped one, we probably made about $100. So I'm like, all right, like that's a little profit, but we've been making music ever since, and so it's just kind of a hobby that I always had.
So after I kind of stalked your like YouTube and your Instagram and stuff a little bit, and I see like you kind of you like comedy a little bit.
Yeah.
You got the Instagram algorithm on YouTube. Your YouTube videos are kind of like creative and like different than what you usually see. So like what made you hop into that? You always just like been a funny dude.
So I try to bring my personality to the songs like I was saying, but I don't know. It's like a natural tendency for me because like I used to write short films back when I was a little kid, and I always kind of like that storytelling aspect to whether it be music or film or art. And so that's kind of something I like to bring to what I'm doing now.
So yeah, it's just more so like something you always did, and it's like it just didn't go away. Okay, that make a lot of sense. So I seen that you how many shows have you done so far?
I think around 4.
Around 4. How did you go about landing those shows? Did like somebody hear your music? Did see YouTube, Instagram, what?
I mean, it kind of just depends. Like sometimes people will hit me up and they'll be like, I found you, on Instagram, or I had a friend tell me about it, and we want to have you come and perform at our venue.
Kind of walk us through your first show experience. 'Cause I know, like first show, you had to be nervous.
Man, honestly, my first show before like I was a solo act probably had to be a UTD. Yeah, we walked off stage like it was bad, like because the mic stopped working, and I was like,
oh, you're doing the talent show. I remember that.
Fuck this, man, let's go. So I just walked out I walked out in the middle of the set, but. No, I mean, if that counts my first show, it went pretty bad. So I don't lie. But the second one, though, I mean, it was pretty fun. I did like crowd surfing and all that. So
you crowd surf on your first show? That's crazy.
I did.
So next up, we have Lanky. He's a new DFW artist. So first, before we get into the question, I just want you to kind of explain yourself to the camera and like kind of like your clothing brand. I know you do merch too.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the whole Lanky or the Lankway thing came about because I was in high school. More so it go back to when I was younger, bro. Like middle school, people was low-key just tease me about just being lanky, bro. Like I had long legs, short little torso, but my arms long, bro. I can nearly scratch my knee by standing straight up. So people used to tease me about it, but I just ended up embracing it. I just embraced it and turned it into something else. And then as far as with the merchandise that came about, had one of my partners, he let me know he had something going, and the dude was looking for artists, like to help build his brand. And then from there, he was looking to expand with more and more artists. And we're all about community service. We want to give back to the community. Community outreach is big for us.
Cool. Sure. So when it comes to rap, so you kind of explain how, your name came about, Lanky. Yeah. So what necessarily inspired you to start rapping? Was it, start off at the lunch table in high school? And like, what are some of your music inspirations, like some of the artists that you look up to?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I came up with my brother, like DJ Screw, like Dirty South Riders. A lot of people don't really know them, but like that's the whole chop and screw scene. So they would take like regular songs that was popping, and they would take the popping artists off of it and just use the beat and to just screw it up, and they just go in on it freestyling. So hearing my brother do that, we started freestyling like them on the chop and screw beats, So me growing up seeing that, it was, it's in me. My pop was always blasting Bob Marley. He's a reggae head.
So you kind of, you talked about Feed the Flock a little bit, like in your team and stuff like that. Can you kind of, go in more detail and more depth about Feed the Flock, how that came about, legends, all that type of stuff?
For sure. So with Feed the Flock, that, once again, it's an artist platform. So we're definitely with making sure we got a hub and people to come and promote their brand, get their brand out there without just feeling like it's all about the money. Like we're not really about profit. That's not what's about at the end of the day. We want people to feel like when you see us out and about, it's literally like a movement, or it's a flock of people. Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're all one when it comes down to it. So if we got a vision and a goal, why wouldn't we be able to go and make that happen for the betterment of our community, even though you may not sleep in that city, but it's still your metroplex, and if they're doing well, we're doing well as Dallas, and that just brings more light to us.
Understood. So like, let's just kind of go in more depth about your merchandise. I just kind of want to know, one, what made you do that? Two, is it like, was it more of a business move, or do you just want to have your own stuff? Like what made you want to go into like the merchandise side of things?
How do I represent myself other than just my music? Like people want to relate and hear my music. I had to have Instagram photos, you know what I mean? Merchandise, shirts, hats, something people want to put on to represent me. Literally like put on for me. So that was my main thing. I wanted to give somebody something they could represent me with.
Okay. All right. And then last, I feel like it's one of the most important things because, everybody's journey different. It's kind of like y'all said. So like kind of just give advice. Cause, a lot of people want to be rappers. A lot of people want to start their own clothing brand. A lot of people want to have merchandise, but like a lot of people aren't motivated to do it. So we got 3 doers in here. Shout out to my man Z. But we got people who are out here doing it. So like, what advice would y'all give people so they can just do it? Without necessarily thinking so hard on it.
So for me personally, for the one that, like you said, I do clothes. You guys rap, he do clothes. I think you heard you say do clothes. He got some kind of merchandise. So the thing is, don't shy away from it because a lot of people doing it. And I think that was big for me when I did clothes. You gon' type in Dallas clothing hashtag, you might find 1 million people, and that didn't scare me. It's just like I said, I was Swelly. I was like, I'm gonna be the best at doing this. So I look at it. I'm very competitive, so I like to see other people doing it, because you the only one doing it, or you the best at it all the time. You doing the wrong thing, you just dominating. So I like to go in fields where I be like, okay, this clothing line killing me right now. So what I do, me personally, this just, if anybody want to do this, just follow them and turn their post notifications on. So every time they post, you get it and you see how they operate in their business. And before you know it, I had people when I first started, they was, in my opinion, they was killing my brand. It was like, dang, man, like they post a picture, they get 100 likes, and I was only getting like 12. I was like, they killing us. Then it was crazy the other day on Instagram. I think we had like a post that I'm gonna got like 300 likes on my Swelly clothing page, which blew my mind. Cause I remember we was getting like 5 likes, and the 5 likes be like my mom, myself, the photographer that started with me, just like 2 random people. It was like we wasn't getting no love. So I stopped looking at it like everybody doing it. Just like I'm gonna do it the best that I can do it. And then sometimes you gotta be honest with yourself and know what's your lane. Like something like this. Let's if I want to start making. Let's say tomorrow I just want to start rapping because we in here with them, they rapping. They be like, Dante, that's really ain't your lane. But I'm doing it because I see people doing it, and I realized my lane was this. Let's promote happiness, and I think that's my vibe, and I think it's been working for me.
Man, well, yeah, he dropped
No, check out that free game every Monday, man.
a whole crystal shop. But my main thing is, especially with being an artist, is it's gonna be hard for you to want to feel like he said, you're not just a small fish in the big sea, because there's going to be a lot of other people you like, oh, I rap. Then they go pull up a social media page in the SoundCloud just like you. Might have more songs, more views than you. But inside of yourself, you're like, dang. Not just trying to say you comparing yourself to the next person all the ways, but just as natural humans, you're going to be like, okay, I feel like I'm this good, but I feel like I may be better than this person, and he's doing, you know what I'm saying, doing numbers. So what is it that he's doing that I can't do or that I'm not doing? I mean, really, it's not that you're doing nothing wrong. He's just going about it his way, and that's what's working for him. So a lot of people feel like it's a certain way or a certain route, or you got to get plugged in by somebody that's already in the rap game, or you got to have a lot of money from the streets just to make it in the rap game, or be a thug, or like been to prison, and that ain't true. Just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like sell yourself, brand yourself. And once you do that, that's when the music and the inspiration start coming, because you found your purpose and your lane, like he said. And once you find your lane, it's real hard for you to want to get out of it because you feel so good. It's almost like it's like something inside of you, bro. It's like constantly just pulling that out of you to where you want to go do it. Like you be sitting at work thinking about your music, you know what I'm saying, your craft or writing. So it's a lot of different things that are going to want to deter you, but don't let that distract you. Just keep going. Find something new. Just keep trying stuff. Something might work. Keep doing that, and then find something else that works, and just keep throwing all that together. And before you know it, you'll start making stuff happen.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what they said, they dropped a whole bunch of gems, so I'm over here learning too. But now I think as far as like music right now, I think it's a big thing to kind of be yourself. Like I feel like it's a lot of people right now making the music they think people want to hear, as opposed to just making the music that they like. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could, just hop on a dope beat, say some shit, but that don't make you an artist. That don't make you a rapper. There might be a kid at the crib, he's influenced by everything we say. And so he grow up, he see this person talking about, whatever, and he hears that sound a million times. He's like, oh, like I got to be this way in order to be cool. And I just think that's not what music is about. That's not what artistry is about. It's all about you, exhibiting your individual feeling through song. And hopefully people, mess with it. And maybe they don't. But, I mean, it's you being you. And that's the most important thing, really. So
100. Well, look, I appreciate all 3 of y'all coming on Royal Legends episode 1, man. But we ain't done yet. So, on Royal Legends, we like to have like a little segment where we like to have fun and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so today, we was in a dancing mood, so we finna have a little dance battle. You know what I mean? So I have 5 different dancers right here.
I only got like 2 different dances.
It's funny because I'm not even a dancer. That's make it funny. But all right, let's get it. I'm gonna participate.
So that's it. So
let's get to it.
That's the part.
It's not unusual.